I thought in stretches we played some pretty good defense. I thought the first unit was pretty good defensively. We struggled a little bit there in the second group, and then we finished the game terrific defensively. So we had some good stretches. They probably missed some open shots for sure, but I thought we did some good things there that I liked, some progress.
What do you think about your team's shot selection?
This was a good first game for us because these guys like to pressure you. So I thought there was a lot of lessons that we can learn from getting ourselves organized. And once we got ourselves organized, we were taking the right shots. Sometimes you're going to miss those. We've got no problem with that. I thought our process was good. I thought at times they did speed us up. That kind of caused some of the turnovers. But once we kind of got settled down and we started moving them, we got the shots we wanted.
It seemed like Will's passing really stood out in the fourth quarter. What have you noticed about that part of this game?
Yeah, he's got a great way of processing the game, sees the game really well. You could see some of the passing he could make. It's a good first game for him.
Alex played just about 17 minutes. Was that partly just easing him back from the injury?
Yeah, he was just going to play in the first half tonight. That's where he kind of was at physically. Thought he had a great minutes. He was out there. Nice to see him there.
5 shot attempts, only one of them was a three-pointer. He looked like he was getting inside and finishing well. What did you think about his play inside?
Yeah, he was on the rim, attacking, rebounding, shot blocking. He was a presence for us on both ends around the basket.
Keyshawn, Bub, and Tre each struggled from the field. What did you think of their overall performance?
Didn't have any problem with what the shots they took. Sometimes they're going to go in, sometimes they're not. But I like the process that they had tonight. Continue to be aggressive. The shots will go in.
Did Tre look nervous to you?
No.
Hey, Coach. What did you make of 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗪's effort on both ends?
Thought he gave some good stuff. You could see his ability to get downhill, attack the rim, made some good passes once he get in there. He's one of those guys who can put pressure, and that's what we want him to continue to do.
Defensively, on that last lob, what did you see?
They did a nice job. They executed well. Great pass. We put Marvin on the ball to make it a hang time pass. We got caught on the screen a little bit. Great learning lessons for our guys. Like, those are things now we can review. Great teaching moments for those guys who haven't been in a situation like that. So, really good stuff.
Coach, Keyshawn had four blocks today. What kind of strides have you seen him make on that end of the floor?
He did that last year. From the second half of the year on, was terrific defensively. That's just to carry on from there.
With regards to rebounding, Bub was a great guard rebounder last year, but Tre had a great showing on the glass. What did you like most about how he was able to board in this game?
He's athletic. That's what people don't give him enough credit for. He can get up, get off the floor, and then he can initiate our offense. I thought he did a great job on the boards.
And CJ in the first half of the 4 threes, how did you like how he was able to accomplish that?
He's been doing this a long time. No surprise from him. He just helps us get organized, shot-making ability for sure.
BK, on the defensive end, it seemed like there was a lot of action with what you guys have been promoting in practice. What did you like about the action from the guys trying to get deflections, trying to turn Toronto over?
Yeah, I thought we had some good stretches of that. Weren't consistent for the 48, but then you saw us how we finished. Those guys came in and were terrific, causing havoc, getting loose balls. That's what we want to play. Got to continue to grow with that, see if we can get 48 minutes more consistent up effort like that. It was trending in the right direction. Saw some good things tonight.
The difficulty for that unit that closed the game for some of them sit as long as they did, but then be ready when their number was called and have it impact closing the game. I think it was a 24-6 run to try to get that win. What does that say about them just being ready and staying ready for that moment?
This is the character of the people we have in our locker room. That's been evident since we've been here. That's going to continue. We have people who are going to fight to the very last second of the game. That's what we want. That's how we're going to grow. That's pretty hard to do, but those guys, we expect them to do that, and we have a standard for that. Those guys stepped up big time at the end, so kudos to them.
I feel like it took a little while to get going. I feel like it's not starting off with a jump shot, probably just starting off in their paint, so I feel like that would help me get going.
Tre, you got experience in the summer league. This was your first game against vets, NBA players who have been in for a while. Was there any learning curve for you in terms of the size and the speed of the caliber of the opponent you played against tonight?
No, I wouldn't even say it was too much of a learning experience or any new surprise, but I just knew that they were switching a more aggressive team coming into the game, so that was kind of something to look out for.
The Raptors are, like you said, a pretty physical team, a pretty difficult team to start your career against. What did you notice about how their physicality impacted you on offense?
I wouldn't say much. It's just speeding us up, not being able to get into sets earlier until we like figured out and learned the pressure. I'd probably say that was the only thing. Then there's just their switching and their length. I'd probably just clogged it up a little bit more than usual, I would say.
Trey, if you could name one play from today's game from not necessarily you, but one of your teammates, what would that be?
𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗧𝗓 save to bags at the end.
What did you think of the way Will and 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗧𝗓 played today?
They played great. Ja came in, the second time he came in, got a steal. We already kind of knew how that was going to go, and he got an offensive rebound. Will came out and did what we knew he was going to do, played extra hard, made 2 big free throws. Just mad we didn't get to close it out for him.
Tre, what are some things you're looking to build on tomorrow night?
Trying not to start it slow, come into the game more awake, I guess, and then just be more of a presence on defense.
Hi Tre, what do you think was the difference between the first half and the second half for you and your team?
I feel like we just knew how to deal with the pressure more in the second half, and then guys started to attack more downhill, started to move the ball more, and everything started to open up and become easier.
It was fun. I feel like I'm still not realizing I played against him. But you know, it was fun. Like the few minutes we played against each other, just be on the court together. You know, it was just great. It was great.
What did he say to you at the end of the game? I saw there was a little banter back and forth.
Yeah, he wasn't even saying anything. He was just screaming, and I was like, all right, get out of here, man. It's preseason, man, you know, but get out of here. But that's it.
It seemed like when you went in the game against him, you went right at him a couple of times. Also went inside a lot. Was it a focus for you to be aggressive, particularly maybe against your brother?
I mean, not especially against him. I was just trying, you know, to be aggressive, whether it was him or someone else, but maybe a little more when it was him. But, you know, yeah, I felt like just having that focus and mixing up the rolls and the pops, that's been a big focus for me.
Alex, it was a real roller coaster last like 10 seconds of the game. Will hit those 2 free throws, and then your brother capped it off with the alley-oop. What was your reaction to that play from the bench? Because you obviously didn't want him to make it, but it is your brother, so
Yeah.
a different emotion.
Yeah, I mean, it was annoying, you know, like, that's like kind of the obvious play when he's in the elbow. But, you know, we got to learn from that and won't make those mistakes again next time around.
How did you feel like, you know, going off your ankle injury coming to start with the first half?
Yeah, it felt good. You know, overall, just felt good.
Alex, what areas would you like to build on for tomorrow night off of this?
I feel like just, you know, us playing aggressive from the start, really not settling into the game. We're playing against teams that played a lot of games, and even if it's our second or first game, we still got to match their pace, and I think we did a better job at that as the game went along.
I'll finish with some questions from Trench.
Ouais, Alex, est-ce que au final tu es quand même content pour lui, pour Olivier, pour ce qu'il a fait, et est-ce que ça laisse aussi la place à une revanche peut-être dans le futur? Tu as envie de prendre ta revanche sur ce jet?
Non, je suis très content pour lui. Ouais, voilà, bien sûr, moi, j'ai toujours été un fan de lui en grandissant, donc ouais, je suis très content pour lui. Maintenant, ça me donne encore plus envie de les jouer dans la vraie saison pour prendre notre revanche.